Attention. Hello, everybody. Hello. I am Katie. I'm a case manager here at McFarland Senior Outreach. I'm so happy to see such a wonderful group of folks here. This is fantastic. So I'm so glad to welcome you all here. I hope those of you who've been dining with us have been enjoying your meal. Before I forget, let's do a round of applause to our volunteers, Kathy, Tim, Mary. Thank you so much for helping to serve this large group. We really appreciate it. And in fact, now I think they're getting their cookies circulated for everybody. So a couple of announcements before we get started. I just wanted to let you know of some upcoming programs we have coming in July. This is our July newsletter. It is going out in the mail. So if you do get in the mail, we just ask don't pick up an extra copy here if you know you're getting one in the mail. If you do not get one in the mail and you want to get one in the mail, let us know. We will definitely put you on our mailing list. It is also available online at mcfarland.wi.us. So definitely go and check it out online. It includes our meal menu. So those of you who had a meal here today, I just want to make sure you know we do meals every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'd love to have you come. We have a number of folks here who come regularly to our meal program. It's a great program. They're all like waving to each other right now. We have a great community of folks who come and some delicious food, and really we enjoy having you here. So if you would like to come to one of our meal programs, we just ask that you give us 2 business days advance notice. So just give us a call and let us know if you would like to come to one of our meals, and we'll get you on the list and make sure that there's a meal available for you. It's $4.50 per meal. Okay, some stuff coming up in July that we hope you can come to. July 10th is our coffee and conversation hour. That happens right here in this room from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's just like a $2 suggested donation. We have coffee, we have pastries. Sometimes we do a door prize. Every once in a while we invite folks to come and mingle. Recently we had coffee with a cop, and we had our local law enforcement officers here to chat. So you never know who might show up to those. And then we also are doing, it's on the cover, Sundays in the Park. So that's going to be on Thursday, July 25th. That is a drop-in event, and it's going to be over at Lewis Park. So we're going to have a Sunday bar. People can come and have a nice sweet treat to cool off in the heat, and we hope you can make it to that. And then coming up in August, we have a movie day happening on Friday, August 16th. We have 80 for Brady, which is a relatively new film that we're looking forward to showing. And then our annual summer picnic that always sells out will be on Thursday, August 29th. So keep that in mind. All of these things are included in our newsletter. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those for you. So today, when you leave, we're going to have a cart over here, and we're going to have some donations from the food pantry. When they have extra food that they can't distribute, they'll give it to us. We're going to have some fresh pears and some bread. So we encourage you to go ahead and pick those up on your way out the door when you go, if you can make use of them. Before we get started, can everyone who has a cell phone get it and turn it off? Turn it to silent, please, just so that we don't have any interruptions for our presentation today. And speaking of our presentation today, I am very pleased to be hosting another of our Badger Talks programs. So the Badger Talk program is from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, just down the road. It is their honor and privilege to help spread the Wisconsin idea across this great state by engaging Wisconsin residents on topics they care about and sharing the latest discoveries of UW faculty, staff, and graduate students. So we got the best of the best here in Madison, and we're so glad that they are coming to talk with our community about issues that are important to you. So our speaker today is named Bob McGrath, and I'll tell you just a little bit about Bob McGrath. He's a distinguished Psychologist Emeritus. He is from the Mind and Body Wellness Services at the UW-Madison University Health Services. He's a licensed psychologist who provided mind-body wellness services, expertise in health psychology, positive psychology, authentic happiness, mind-body wellness, and stress management, something I think we can all use. So please join me in welcoming Bob McGrath.
Is this working enough that you can hear well? Okay. She mentioned I'm emeritus, and what that emeritus to me, what that means is I only do what I. How's that? Hey. Then I'll repeat that. What I was going to tell you. What she mentioned emeritus, which is not a common term, but for me, what emeritus means is I only do what I want to do. So, and meeting with folks like yourself is one thing. I lead a meditation group, and other than that, again, I'm officially retired. But let's see. So have been doing this talk on living with vitality. I mean, is that important? We all want to live.
Just move it a little closer to you.
Oh,
There.
hey.
Hey, there you go.
Living with vitality, but also sound. We need two things in life, and that's one of. So, so what is that living with vitality? It's just a curious thing. What do we all need in our lives, and so on. And as I've done this talk, one of the things I'd just like to give a heads up that I've been to workshops on giving talks and so on, and one of their points is, you can't have more than 3 points. It's like, I've got 10. So sorry. And the other thing I just should mention, I've taught classes for many, many years. I'm used to giving homework. But now they're homework suggestions, and you actually can narrow it down to maybe do 3 things. But, and I was able to narrow it down to 3 subtitles. To the living with vitality, but taking care of your telomeres, the health benefits of M&Ms, and you'll see it's a different kind of M&Ms. And then the other is, would you like to learn a little magic? Did you know when you signed up you're going to go away learning some magic? Dingo, bingo. At any rate, so here we go. Living with vitality. As you might imagine, what's the most important thing in our lives? As you're all here connecting with each other, the happiest, healthiest, and most resilient people are those engaged and maintain social relationships with family and or friends. And it doesn't have to be thousands. You don't have to have 20 friends or this or that. It's like as long as you feel some interpersonal connection sometime during the week and so on. Still not having trouble? Are you people hearing back there? Or did I hear I need to talk louder? Maybe I can get this thing right in my mouth. At any rate. But so importance. Dedicating time to social relationships, from passing friends to close friends, family and friends, and not just spending time with people you care about. But not just spending time, what does that mean? Communicating, expressing affection, connecting, not just watching TV together. That doesn't count as much as connecting with each other. Giving hugs. And, it's one of those things, as you all would recognize, things change over time. It's like even 10 years ago, if I was here promoting hugs, But now hugging is a real, I think, nice common thing. And even across, so you don't have, you got tension, go ahead and savor it with a hug. So talk a lot in a media-free zone. Bingo. And not just positive, but in-person communication. But in this day and age, now the whole Zoom thing, you can connect with family. We've got a once-a-month McGrath family Zoom call, so that someone that's in California, Kentucky, all can be talking and connecting at the same time. It's a wonderful thing, so I encourage, do that. But in general, the more face-to-face contact, and again, Zooming is now face-to-face, so it's not like you're just on the phone. So make us happier, healthier, and smarter. Oh, did you all want to get smarter just by connecting? So someone said, what are you doing? What are you chatting about? It's like, it's okay, I just want to get smarter. But, and this is neat, that a lot of psychology studies, they can be maybe a week, sometimes they're only a couple hours, or sometimes they'll be like checking people over 2 weeks or 2 months even. But this is a major Harvard study that 80 years now they've had the same study looking at what's the most important, what really matters in your life. And found it was not only having relationships, but how we help others, doing for others. Good relationships keep us happier and healthier and more resilient. So bingo, number one is, connecting with others, and then part 2, doing for others. And just, what does that mean? And just think about those who help others lead happier, healthier lives. So just taking a moment and maybe even sharing at your tables. It's like the last maybe a act of kindness that you received, or if you're comfortable sharing one you've done. But and I can share those, and it's still, this one has stuck with me for a number of years now, that I was out on a bike ride it turned into a nasty day. It was raining, not just raining, but pouring. And my friends, they said, well, we stopped at 20 miles, and I said, I think it's time to turn around. They said, well, why turn around? We're already stopped, and so on. But they kept going, and I turned around, and because it wasn't just raining. It was out in the rural area, so there was not like a building I could hide in or anything. But this car stops, and they happen to have a bike rack on it, and she says, you look like you need a ride. And she gave me a ride, about a 20-mile ride. And she happened to have 2 little kiddos in the car that were as entertaining as, and so that's like a high point that I remember. Not for, sometimes my memory can slip, but this one has stuck with me for a long time. The other kind of act of kindness that I think of is, I had an aunt that her wonderful thing was when she went just to take a walk, she had a bag with her, and she would pick up. Do you ever notice how much junk is on the side of streets these days? But after she would walk, there wouldn't be all that junk. She would have a bag of junk that she could then throw away. So other things come to mind, or where you've experienced a act of kindness you want to share? And then I encourage you to, and they can be, they don't have to be big things. Someone holding an elevator for someone who's coming into a room or a building or whatever. How nice little gesture. Picking up something that someone's dropped. Oh, did you see that? At any rate. So just think about, and here's the other thing to think about. How many acts of kindness should I be doing? And a nice, fun little study is that splitting the group. And so let's see, we'll split the group, and you all, one act of kindness a day. And you all don't have to do it every day, but at the end of the week, 7 acts of kindness in one day. So it's your act of kindness day. So you can take your pick, which you want to do, a random, infrequent, or a once a day, or all in one day act of kindness. So, spending money on others leads to more happiness than spending it on yourself. So we'll do another split. Here's the experiment. I'll give you all $50, and this group has to spend it on themselves. This group gets to spend it on others. And who's happier in a couple weeks? It's like, bingo, this group, the one that spent it on others. So take your pick of s- spend how you'd like to spend. An example that I always have, these things I haven't experienced them firsthand, but and I do enough reading about acts of kindness and things like that. And this waitress, certainly this was an act of kindness that she received. She looks, and there's a tip of $200. It's like, oh, not bad. And well, what did she do with that tip? She, shared it with the other waiters and waitresses. So, how nice. Doing an act of kindness produces the single most reliable increase in well-being. So, this guy's prescribing acts of doing for others. And, when I say prescribe, because whenever they all listen to evening news, and which seems to have nothing but all the commercials are for medications. And they list all the side effects into where, why would I want to take this medication? But there's no side effects from doing for others. Tend and befriend. So, gets it serotonin in your brain going. And you start viewing yourself in a positive way. So, kindness leads others to like you and see you as a giving person. What could be more important? I shouldn't have gone so quick. But if you didn't see that, no. Is there anything more important than doing for others? Take a breath for a minute and think about that. Now, yes, so here you go. Breathing. Is breathing, yeah, of course, we got to keep breathing. And one of the things, again, that's a nice, in my life, professional experience, it's like if someone even brought up the idea of breathing exercises 20 years ago, it's like, what? But now it's not uncommon. And so you all game for we'll sort of spread some breathing exercises through the rest of the time. Does anyone do any breathing exercises that they could share? What's an example? What type?
Well, I figured out that when I bent over working in the yards, my gardens, I had over, and I was getting dizzy, from being bent over and not breathing. When I was younger, it was okay, but as I got older, I had to, tell myself, breathe, so I do those kind of techniques.
Okay.
So you're still alive and kicking?
That's why, because
And again, there's some other there's some specific forms of breathing exercises. And the one thing that's most important is the exhale has to be longer than the inhale. That when we get stressed and when we're hyper, it's like, breathing in, breathing out, chill. So one very common, and I think it's very effective, is 4-7-8. So and we can just go ahead and do that, where you're breathing into the count of 4, pause to the count of 7, exhale forcibly through your mouth. I'll try not to do that when we're doing that. It'd be disruptive, but to the count of 8. So let's just, if you're game, and the general recommendation is start with doing it 4 times. So we'll do it 4 times, but let's start with an exhale. And breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling forcibly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just do that 3 more times on your own count. And after that last one, just focusing on just noticing your breathing. For one, just noticing as you breathe in the sensations through your nose. And that little pause. And sensations through your mouth as you exhale forcibly out through your mouth. So my encouragement, and I didn't create this, there's a fellow that did, a physician, and so they encourage, do it 4 times, two times a day, maybe even 3, and then after a week or so, bump it up to 6 times, and then another week, bump it up to 8 times. So officially, does that take very long? No. So just practice and see if that's a breathing exercise you like. And I'll teach you some others too, but that one I think is one that gets more good press about it. Gratitude. I always think back to, used to get to go to national conferences about this or that, and there was one that was like in January, it happened to me in the San Diego area, and it was not just beautiful there, but in contrast with the Madison area, Wisconsin, January, it was like, oh, we could be outside. Why go into a talk about gratitude? But my friends, I have to thank them because they talked me into going in, and thankful to them as well as to Bob Emmons, who his whole career is research on gratitude and promoting different forms of gratitude. Turns out he was a graduate in the same program that I was in, but let's say a few years later. And his whole, again, on the West Coast, but his whole career has been focused on research on gratitude. And what gratitude? Inner sense of appreciation for some benefit received, and the affirmation of goodness in your life, and this is an important recognition, the source of the goodness lies at least partially outside yourself. It's not just, I deserve this, it's like, oh, how lucky we are. And one of the things he really encourages, and I'll encourage you too, if you don't have something similar to this, is a gratitude journal. Just thinking, and just for a moment, think, what might you put in this evening? What are some high points that you really feel thankful for in your life? You might have had, that chocolate chip cookie I saw, maybe that was like, oh man, it's very tasty or whatever. Or just having a nice chat with others here. Whatever, again, whatever comes to your mind that you're appreciative in your life, and just keeping it in a little journal at the end of the day. He says you can put it in any time. I personally think it's best to do it, wrap your day up with thinking, what am I thankful for? And it promotes everything from feeling more connected with others to sleeping better, boosts happiness by 25%. It's less likely to base happiness on material possessions. So, there's even another whole page of them. You can see them up there. Optimism, start exercising. Now, if you don't want to do any exercise, then don't keep that gratitude journal. Maybe no. Feel better physically, about lives in general. Less lonely, reduces stress, depression. So, as you can see, not a few good things come out of this, but and one of the things, and again, yeah.
Add one more. Gratitude changes attitude.
There you go, gratitude and attitude. It did boost it up in a good way. And one of the little studies, and I guess I keep, maybe this, you get to keep the gratitude journal. And over here, a hassles journal. Just list all the annoying things of the day. And so again, after a week or so, who's a happier group? Bingo, that gratitude journal. I appreciate, like, when giving talks like this, and someone came up later and said, I don't think it's a hassles journal. I think, call it a bitchin' journal. So if you want to keep a bitchin' journal, feel free. But otherwise, a gratitude journal. And it helps promote the savoring life experience. So, and then one of the things, and just reflect a little bit, is there someone that, in this day and age now, even thank you notes are like, have gotten to be electric, but in general, is there someone, not just for a gift or anything, but just who might you want to send a thank you note that you feel appreciative of in your life? And the encouragement is, don't send it as a note. Write it out. Set up a time to meet with this person and read it to them. And again, it's not like, oh, that's a nice thing. It, across the board, boosts people's mood to the max. So, a gratitude meditation. Oh, we might talk about meditation later, but so we'll get back to gratitude meditation then. But mindfulness, this is also something that's, in the newer era. I mean, and I'm thinking like in the last 20 years, but still, being in the moment about what you're doing, paying attention to be, as you just said, a nice meal. It's like, and it also included lots of conversation. When you're at home, if you happen to be not in a group, but even then, when you're in a group, paying attention, focusing in on the sensation of eating. It's like, we all have gotten a little bit out of the habit of doing that, and whether people have the radio on or TV on, it's like, chow down. And just eating, feeling the sensations, and would that be multitasking if you were thinking, boy, I'm really thankful that this food is so good. So don't do that, because that's multitasking now. But yeah, at another point, just be mindful, eating mindfully, relating mindfully, just being a gentle effort to be continuously present in a non-judgmental way. So, anyone admit to some multitasking in their lives? Come on, anyone want to share? Oh, do I see something?
That word is foreign to me, multitasking. It's foreign to me.
For fun, I enjoy listening to a book on CD or MP3 player and doing a jigsaw puzzle at the same time. At the same time. That must be two different sides of the brain, but that's multitasking, but it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, if you like a little dose of multitasking, great. But I have a friend that admitted that he does, during the winter when he's biking, it's on an indoor bike in front of the TV with the sound off and just reading the captions because he has music on. And then during the commercials, he's reading. So that's 4. So anyone else got 4 or 5 things you can do at the same time? But the idea, be focused on the moment. And then make it a negative, positive moment. Oh, taking care of your body. We got to do that. And just think, well, what are the best ways to take care of? Oh, if you all have water, let's all have a little sip of water.
That's gin.
How did you figure that out? No, have I started slurring my words or anything? No. But hydrate healthily. First thing to put in your body every day. And this, gets to we'll talk about eating and this and that, but it's real strong. The opinions or the data that says first thing in your body, water. Otherwise, hurrying and having, breakfast right away, it's like, no, you can have breakfast right away after you have a nice amount of, a little bit of water. Drink more water. Most people end up being dehydrated. They're just not drinking enough. So, Uh-oh, caffeine, which is, actually considered almost a health food, but the right dose. Maybe 2 cups a day, and to have it early in the day, not, I remember, and I'm sure you all remember, in the old days, there was no question, dinner, you had coffee. It's like, huh. Now that is, this guy is, at least this health psychologist, going to discourage you having coffee with dinner. At lunch is fine, but again, 2 cups max. Uh-oh, soda, particularly diet soda. And it's interesting how, so many people have turned to diet soda, but it's considered one of the most unhealthy foods you can put in your body. So if you're going to have a Coke, at least have a real Coke instead of a diet soda, a Diet Coke. No, but skip them both. Neither of those things are good for you. More adverse reaction to diet soda than any other food type. So, two Cokes a day is going to lead to 40% more likely heart disease. So, and just think, is Coke, any Coke worth it? No. Well, so, but those healthy substances, what do you think of, what are your top healthy substances? Water. Great. What's number 2?
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice, great. That's a good one. Milk. What else?
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes, usually in the water, yeah. Well, increase fruits and veggies, about 5 to 7 fruits and veggies a day. Eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, and what happens if that happens? Your mood goes up. Bingo. Reduce sugar, fat, and red meat. So put that in your little notes. I got to have less sugar, fat, and red meat. And this is an interesting, the challenge of finding food with 3 ingredients or less. I don't know if there happens to be any food containers back there, but here's some little mini homework for you. I encourage you, just taking a look at something that you're having later today. And it's like, how many ingredients? And how many ingredients are ones you've ever heard of? Instead of long numbers and this and that, it's like, So aim for eating food with 3 ingredients or less. Things that grow. And lots of colors. So this seems like a positive, right? The things to think about, having that colorful diet. What jumps out as things to maybe delete? Obviously, I've already said that diet soda, delete.
Salt and sugar.
Salt and sugar, yes. Anything else that comes to mind? Simple, complex carbs are in that high end. You got to have those in your body. But simple carbs, sugar, are not good to be putting in your. So, you got to get that sleep. Yes. There's benefit to sleep, and yes, your brain works better. And I didn't know that, but when you're minimal in terms of your sleep, your brain tends to focus on the negative. So if you're waking up feeling too positive, just, get to bed later, and so you could, So sleep well so you don't have those gloomy memories. People who sleep the right amount are happier and healthier. The right amount, you probably all know this now, 7 or 8 hours a night. What can you do to sleep better? No naps, particularly no naps after 2 o'clock. And using your bed for sleep, and if you're still engaged in that other activity, you could do that. But otherwise, but you don't sit and watch TV in your bed. That's considered no. Don't do that. No alcohol late in the evening. Sometimes it might help you fall asleep, but then your brain doesn't have a good consequence, and it doesn't, and you also wake up. If you're drinking late at night, why might you wake up early? You have to use that room next to it. Yeah. So, but increasing physical activity, and this can be a challenge. And certainly when we get to a certain age, it's like, how can we do this? What's there to do that would be good physical activity? Any suggestions out here? Walking has gotten, just again, in the last few years, more good press. So a nice walk, bingo. And, I realize some of you might have challenges with even walking, but so the encouragement is chair-bound yoga or swimming, if you have access to swimming. I know plenty of people that have had running injuries or biking injuries. I never hear about anyone with swimming injuries. So but find whatever it is that works for you. And, whether it's 30 minutes a day, nice brisk walk, or if you still happen to run, things like that. I think I might even have, let's see, we'll see if I've got these up here, some pictures of some runners and things like that. But 15, 20 minutes of continuous movement. And this is a nice, again, I'll give you some antidepressants, and you are just the encouragement to get out and walk. And in the long run, who ends up feeling not a little better, but lots and lots better. So, 30 minutes of aerobic activity 3 to 5 times a week. Exercise helps stimulate that brain. The bottom line, don't sit there. Move. Yeah, choose what you like to do. No matter what your age. So I don't think there's no 100 years olds in here, so I assume all of you can do a marathon then. But the nice encouragement lately is you don't have to do marathons. You just taking that nice 20, 30-minute walk, or 20, even if that's a little bit much, then 2 or 3 times a day getting out for a nice walk. Riding a bike, no matter what your age, 95-year-old cycler. No matter how old. 105. So, and are there any of you all bikers? 14 miles an hour is a pretty quick little pace. So, and this, how can this be? An 86-year-old woman who recently completed an Ironman. So that's running, biking, and swimming. There she is. So if you can't get psyched for a nice workout, at least do some magic. Uh-oh, what's this magic stuff? Yeah.
Going back to what you said about things that are really good for you, one thing that I do regularly is get the small containers of yogurt and put in walnuts, which are really important, and blueberries, which are also really important, and some kind of cereal too, maybe. But those are all really important things, and they're very good to eat for breakfast, and easy. And just throw them all together in 5 seconds, and you have breakfast, a really healthy breakfast.
Bingo. Now, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, yes, a good breakfast with, even some store-bought like Cheerios is okay. But, I mean, there's Honey Nut Cheerios, then no. But good cereal, or making your own granola, and, having some, whether it be regular yogurt or coconut yogurt. There's lots and getting all that together. Great stuff. But some magic. Did you think you were going to learn any magic today? So let's see if into the magic shop, a neurosurgeon. So it turns out this neurosurgeon, before he was a neurosurgeon, when he was like 14 or 15 years old, lived in not a difficult situation, but one beyond difficult. A father that was a raving drunk that would only show up every 2 or 3 days, usually intoxicated as much as could be. And then a mother that was dealing with that, and she was, of course, depressed. And so this young and just taking walks to get away from this, and he saw a magic shop, and he thought, oh, maybe I could learn some magic. And went in, and the owner wasn't there, but the owner's mother was, and she shared a certain magic. I'll maybe give you just a little notion of that magic she taught him. So just getting comfortable, sitting up fairly straight, maybe close your eyes for a second, and just clench your fists. And feel the tension through your fist, going up a little bit into your forearm and upper arm. Hold it, and then relax. And feel the little different sensation, just focusing in again, the sensation through your fingers. And maybe let's do that one more time, just clenching your fist, focusing on that tension, noticing, hold that tension, and relax. Just noticing those feelings, the sensations throughout your hands, and maybe up even into your arms. And just let that sensation, the muscles start loosening up after you tense them. And just let those muscles continue relaxing as you focus up on the muscles throughout your forehead. And keeping your eyes closed, but rolling your eyes back as if you're looking at a spot right up in the center of your head. So rolling that eyes back, hold that, feel the tension across your forehead, hold it, and relax. And just noticing those feelings and the sensations throughout your forehead. And let's do that one more time, just rolling your eyes back, feeling the tension across your forehead, hold it, and relax. Just letting all the tension out. And when you're actually doing this, there's some other muscle groups you do, but we'll just move down to your chest and shoulders and your upper back. And as you pull your shoulder blades together, taking in a deep breath and feeling tension across your chest, right in the middle of your back. Focus on that tension. Hold it. As you hold your breath, hold it and relax. Just letting all that tension out. And just noticing the shift in sensations now. As the muscles throughout that area in your body start loosening up and unwinding. And relax. One more time. Just taking in that deep breath. Holding that tension right in the middle of your back. You feel that tension. You're across your chest. Hold it. And relax. Just letting all that tension out. Just noticing those feelings. And the sensations related to those muscles as they move toward a relaxed sensation. And while you're in that relaxed, one of the things then that she also encouraged, doing for others, thing that we've already talked about, but that was the magic she taught him, was muscular relaxation, doing for others. And obviously turned his life around. So don't keep doing that unless you want to turn your life around. So no, just roll your shoulders a little bit and just open your eyes again. And when you actually do that, I mean, in the old days it was doing your hand, your forearm, your upper arm, your forehead, lower portion of your face, neck and throat, chest and shoulders, abdomen, upper leg, middle leg, down. And so it could take a while. So, and I think most people find just combining, so hands and arms, do them one at a time, forehead, neck and throat, the chest, bingo, and do your legs then if you want. So it's, and the loving kindness, it's called a loving kindness meditation, where you're basically, do we have time? Do you want to just do mini loving kindness? So just get back in that sort of relaxed position and just visualize yourself and getting ready to step down a stairway. And I'll count down from 10 to 1, and just with each step, just one breath, one step. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And at that bottom step, there's a doorway into your personal space. It might be indoors, outdoors, but you can enter and you can invite others in. And as you enter, you just feel that warmth. And as you enter, you get in a comfortable position and send some wishes toward yourself. May I see the light and feel peace and love. Just saying that to yourself a few times. And then adding on, may I feel calmness and joy, health and happiness. Just saying that twice. And then one last, may I feel awe. And then as you're doing the loving kindness meditation, after aiming it toward yourself, aiming it to someone you feel close to, and broadening from family to friends, contact, this and that, and just keep broadening, including others, and sometimes putting it into groups. And one of the challenges, aiming this toward someone that's having a difficult time. And here's a difficult one, even aiming it toward someone you dislike, that you have some issues with, and even sending those wishes their way. Maybe if they alter, and they feel better, maybe they'll be less annoying. At any rate, and then ending with, may all living beings, human and animal, see the light and feel peace and love. Okay, no more time for peace and love. So all the benefits, is there really that many benefits? It's like, I was saying, taking care of your telomeres, the two things, and the M&Ms, one of the M's is meditation. It really, the list is striking how many positive effects meditation can have. Improving your mood, reduces anxiety, depression, irritability. Anyone here irritable? So chill out. At any rate, attention span, their brain functions better. Those telomeres. How many of y'all know what telomeres are? I didn't know until a couple years ago. The end of all our cells throughout the body, our bodies, are our telomeres. And just like a shoelace, if you use a shoelace for a long time, what happens? The edge gets raggedy. And in the same way, all those cells through our body get, fringed at the end, unless you're doing some meditation. And so, oh boy, meditation, increasing eating and reducing eating, smoking, alcohol problems, improving your immune system, lowering blood pressure. Could this really? Meditators have 50% fewer medical visits than non-meditators. And just think, it's just one letter difference. Medication versus meditation. So my encouragement is get a T in there. If you got to take that medication stuff, great. but otherwise also join in with that meditation. Wait, there's another whole page. Can this, just by chilling out for 5, 10, 15 minutes, empathy increases, the pain reduces. So yeah, you can read all those. So take care of your telomeres. Meditation lead to happiness, joy, better health, and longer lives. So now's the time to start. But here you go. Strong meditation guideline. If you don't have time to meditate for 15 minutes, you're supposed to do 30. So you take your pick. Find that time. And all of us that are in this certain age range, we officially, and you're not working around the clock. You don't have to hurry off to work, right? So officially there's time. And there's not arguments, but some will say, what's the best time to meditate? First thing in the morning. Others, before a meal rather than after. And you'll see sometimes there's meditation sites that are on, like at 8 o'clock at night. If you tried to meditate at 8 o'clock, what might happen? It's a different sleep meditation. So, again, one more reminder. Unless you're too busy, then you should do an hour. Oops, and anyone. So, if that doggy can chill, I think you all can officially chill too. So it's that different form of meditation, of M&Ms. Movement and meditation, the right M&Ms. Uh-oh, there was a laugh when we had that. So have a good laugh. Have anyone done any kind of laughing yoga? Good. Can you explain or tell?
It's practicing laughing. The first one is silent, where you have a glass, and it's laughter in the glass, and you drink it. And when you laugh, you can't make a sound.
I didn't know so I'm getting this.
Oh, yeah. Each one, it gets louder and louder until you're on the floor laughing so hard you can hardly breathe. And it's, again, the breathing, in and out slowly. And it improves your endorphins.
So how can you not do that? So let's even take a minute and just look at each other and laugh at each other. Come on. Okay. Because sometimes it's hard to get a good laugh, so you just got to do, and there's laughing yoga and this and that. So no matter what your age, up and even, So it's a great stress reducer, similar to a good workout. Relaxes your whole body for almost 45 minutes. So don't keep laughing because that's going to get you too relaxed. Oh, blood pressure improves. Immune system. So it's like, how can laughing, but I encourage you, experiment and do it and make sure you're laughing. And
it's supposed to be a belly laugh.
Yes, getting it, or a full body laugh. Come on, let's have a laugh. You feel more connected with the people that are laughing by you. There you go.
Here, I'll take my shirt off, and then everybody will laugh.
Any other thoughts that anyone's going to share about laughing? Okay, there's no time or energy for a good laugh. Oh, and just go back to that little meditative thing we did a second ago. Just close your eyes and just smile. And just notice how pleasant a feeling smiling is. Bingo. Okay, no more smiling. Okay, no, but just, when you think of it, just catch yourself and just have a smile. This is the last, and we got to get finished here. So NDD, everyone's got ADD these days. That became more than popular. What's NDD? Any guesses? Nature deficit disorder. Not getting out, outside enough. 20-minute dose. And I guess conceive if you're feeling, maybe is it multitasking to get outside and do your meditation outside? No. So get outside, but better moving. Again, the M&Ms, movement and meditation. So nothing better than that. So take that 20-minute easy walk, or two times a 10-minute walk, or doing just, for those of you who have some physical disabilities, just, if you can do some sitting yoga, just arms through. Oh. Anyone here do Qigong? Oh, good. Can you suggest a good Qigong movement that everyone could do?
Just like you were doing, where you're swinging like this.
It's very
Or
good. That's parting those clouds.
just move like you're in slow motion.
I've promoted that swimming is, this is the breaststroke.
Mhm.
I don't like being in water to swim, but I like this movement. So I encourage you to try it. You can Google Qigong and you'll find some. But getting outside. So I think we're probably running a little short of time, so spend some time. Green therapy, get out there. Levels, depression, anti-depression in a possible positive way. So, all right, so go green to beat the blues. Walking in a forest area, and fortunately you all are in an outdoor area, whereas family and friends of mine that live in downtown Chicago, it's like, is this outdoors? And yet they're not too far that they can't get right by Lake Michigan, but otherwise hurrying through a busy town is not that relaxing. It's better than not, but still enjoy and get your activity in your prefrontal cortex. It starts growing again, and good. It's like a muscle. You use it in a good way, and it's going to grow in a good way. So nature makes you feel alive. Get that at least 5 minutes, but I encourage more than that. Set some goals. So just thinking in terms of what we've talked about, the goal of connecting a little more with others, and what can you do on that list? I mentioned they told me I should only have 3 points. You get to have 3, just choose 3 things maybe you want to try and do. So whether it's doing some acts of kindness for others, spending more time with people, engaging meditation, doing some kind of brain booster breathing, keeping that gratitude journal. I realize I'm already giving you 5 or 6 things, but get that good laugh. Oh, singing or humming. Do we have time even for 1 more minute or not? Shall we close up?
You could do 1 more minute, and then we also have the handouts that I'll pass
Okay,
out to
great.
you. So I'll grab those.
People are more than, no, that's fine.
Oh, this one, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Whoop, there you
Yeah.
go. Most people seem to be hesitant to sing, but it's a very relaxed. How many of you sing besides in the shower? Okay, you do? Good.
I can't carry a tune, but I do sing.
You don't, that's the great thing. You don't have to.
Actually, it improves my asthma,
Bingo.
and so does, and I play the harmonica, but I don't read music, so I just play with the
I
breathing.
just play. Great. But people are a little more hesitant. And then when you were in school, did you ever get in trouble for humming? Now you don't get in trouble for it. It's promoted by this guy. And we'll just take 1 minute of humming meditation. It's like, what? But just again, closing your eyes. And as you exhale, okay, no more humming. But no. Is there a benefit? What? this psychologist promoted humming. It's like, what could that be? Why would someone promote humming? Huh? Did I hear it? Any reasons that I might be promoting humming? One of the things, did you notice your breathing doesn't slow down a little bit? Usually when you're humming, it's 4 to 5 breaths a minute instead of 10 to 13. So it really slows you down. And there's a nice sensation. It's a very calming. So there's even a form of humming meditation, and you do 10 hums followed by 5 ohms, followed by 20 hums, another 5 ohms, etc. So you go back and forth. So these are the kind of things you can look up. Good humming meditation. And again, some people it becomes their favorite. Others like, I don't like to hum. Otherwise, sing somewhere, do that, some random act of kindness. Okay. Tend and befriend. So do all those important things, and I'll be hanging out here. You're going to get a handout, I guess, but I'll be hanging out here. So if you have any questions that come to mind real quick, yeah.
Please include music, not just sing or hum,
No.
but music.
No, absolutely.
It's wonderful.
No, absolutely. And everyone's got their different, but the ones that you like that you get absorbed in, it's interesting. Maybe I skipped by it, but I'm officially music junkie. I
Thank
like
you.
just listening.
Thank you.
If you don't know the words, just go ahead and hum.
What's a song that comes to mind? This little light.
No, just a motto of mine, dance like no one is watching, sing like nobody can hear.
So Bob is going to be here if anyone would like to stop and chat with him, but I would like us all to give a round of applause as a thank